Our next speaker is Florian Resatsch from Servtag. Servtag is a well-known startup in Berlin regarding near-field communication. And yeah, Florian will tell us about their work. So, please welcome.
Good evening. The time is already running, so I will be quick if I get a phone here. Hi, my name is Florian from... If you don't count this, okay? My name is Florian from Servtag. I was reminded by the organizers to not do any company presentation. This is why I kept my slides neutral, and I was referring to a good movie of the fabulous Coen brothers, O Brother Beato, meaning that location-based services is actually about people. As we have only 8 minutes, I go straight to the point. So, what is actually on the menu today in my speech? First thing is, I want to tell you a few things about locations in social networks, and then about a test we did in Berlin. It was a test. The movie is not that nice. It's really a test, but I was supposed to tell you a little bit about what we learned and where we go in the future from there. So, what about locations in social networks? See this guy here to the left. His name is, for example, Jeff. And what he likes is actually, first, real-time information. So if you go to a bar and you see people on your screen and you go to the bar and they're already left, it makes no sense. He also likes social context. If you go to a bar in the morning, maybe you don't do that, but you have a different social context than in the afternoons or in the evenings. And finally, of course, it's all about real places. So, for example, if I want to meet Jeff, I don't tell to him, okay, let's meet at latitude 46 degrees and longitude 10 degrees. It's more like, okay, let's meet in the home base Berlin. So, bear this in mind when we proceed, because actually, most of the location-based services work that way. We have all these fancy technologies like GPS, HGPS, you're from the business, you know that. They work, but actually, maybe there is something to location-based services we must also think about. Has any one of you been to Istanbul? Maybe, yeah. Nice city, by the way, and this is what's happened in Istanbul. You have sometimes bars. Okay, there's one, 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 there's one. How does that look on a map? Okay, so meet me at this spot. It's sometimes difficult if I'm talking about a building that has several stories. So what we really want, or what we actually need, is an exact localization. That means also, you see the blue spots, telling someone where you are exactly. And this was actually part of the first thought we had, and also for the non-German speaking of you, this means it was packed during the weekend, but it was actually empty. So what you also want is real-time information. Finally, this actually made us to this fantastic, nice-looking stickers. I don't want to hear anything. Okay. So these are the stickers. It's a test. We applied about 200 in Berlin, and what they actually do is the following. Sorry. Let's call it a buzzword and say hyper-localization. So for those of you who are from Berlin, this is the Magnet Bar in Berlin Mitte, and we just put the stickers here. Every sticker is actually in our database connected to one exact GPS coordinate. So this makes it possible to, if you really use the sticker, to know where you are at the exact spot. From the technology, it's pretty much 3 different technologies. So one is near-field communication. And I know this is what Servtag stands for, so let me ask the question, who of you know about near-field communication? I tested this, okay? It should actually, it's just an RFID chip that is inside of the sticker, and we also use QR codes, of course, and SMS text messaging. So every sticker is actually unique. What you see here, it's a unique number. It's 1148. And so this was basically touched. I hope I don't get sued for that, but this is the home base, for example. So it's one sticker based on the home base in Berlin. Like I said, we put 200 of these stickers around in Berlin to test how consumers actually react to these various technologies. And for you guys, QR codes is not really something new, but maybe for the people who are not going to Mobile Mondays. And this is how it works. You can test it. It should hopefully work. So if you send 1148 to our long number, it actually checks yourself if you're a member of our backend service into the system. We did a system, it's called Friend Ticket. This was a showcase on how to show what a backend service could be like. And as you can see here, we also support other startups from Berlin. We show Aki mobile ads. This is our iPhone client that we also did. And at the same time, we push this information to other social networks like Facebook, for example. This is a bar in Berlin, and it's all in real time. So what happens with Obrado Beado? What we did is active positioning, meaning telling the people where you are, so you check in yourself into a specific location. We have a recommendation system done and also some user-generated content at the location. So what we learned from this sticker thing, from a company perspective, the quickest way to use the sticker is actually NFC. There's only this NFC phone we use in that case. I will tell you the statistics later if you want, but it's the fastest way to use the system. So you just basically check in yourself, you touch with the phone, the sticker, and then you are checked in. At the same time it goes to Facebook. What's usable at night? Depending on light, it's really difficult to have something as an NFC or SMS. And what do people remember is QR codes. And we got a good positive feedback from location owners on the stickers. From a user perspective, NFC is actually far too away from the market. But on the other hand, SMS is very easy to use from a consumer standpoint, and QR code depends on the amount of alcohol you have drunk before. It's sometimes difficult to make this in a bar. And finally, the door might be the wrong place because you want the sticker inside the room actually. So the takeaway is 57 seconds left, plus my 10 seconds from the beginning. So what we did with the whole test was actually trying to see if user activities in a location-based network at a specific location can be seen as some kind of virtual currency. So the more times someone does an action in the location, the more valuable it gets. This is a system like Play Foursquare has implemented. It's also the micro content for location owners that is significant. So do people tell something nice about my location? And finally, we think that sometimes think the other way. It's not on the mobile, it's from the mobile. So maybe sending something into a network is more interesting than actually seeing it on your mobile phone. And finally, the future, I think the sharing in real time makes a lot of sense for communities because you need some real information to meet people in other places. Last thing, 5 seconds. I have a lot of stickers, so if you want to apply this to your desk at work or at home, you can do it. We can set this up for you. Thank you.